Wah! Greetings! We have a bunch of needles. Yay, estrogen. Ugh. Back for chitty juice straight into our thighs. Alright. How about we get going? And do you mind if we read your diary? I saw apocalyptic visions of darkness beyond darkness. Behind darkness.
Behind darkness. I get it. Let's go.
Tremble. The time is now. Ta'ola.
What time?
Time for the show. For Ta'ola, or life will scream.
What's that?
Ulogu theodos. Xeno zausin. Ipoli osithien. Echondes fronisin.
When did the countdown begin?
Monday morning. The moment you arrived in this reality are the first crack in the sheer face of God.
I'm sure this isn't a joke or some kind of coping mechanism.
It's totally also a coping mechanism.
A little afraid.
So you should be. Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.S. Gift upstairs.
A gift.
Take all the drugs.
The medicine cabinet is empty. Pity. For a second he seems tired.
Seem unenthusiastic.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
Aw, poor Kim. We need to go to that island? Kim, let's fucking go to the island!
Okay, let's go to the fucking island.
Hey Garrett, how's it going?
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
Good, thank you. Big improvement.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire.
Aw.
I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot.
Okay, so I have to mention, when it happened, you were right out there on the balcony?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a badass.
Nod stoically.
He nods back at you, even more stoically. Just two badass men. Stoically. Make that three. The lieutenant is nodding too, hands crossed.
Hey champ, how's it going? We're part of a homosexual underground now.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that.
Superstarred the shit out of that.
Dick Mullen on steroids. Still, the balls on that kid went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat, angry bear.
Born in this world to die, it seems. Maybe there's redemption in that. At least it ends one day.
Man, getting shot has really squeezed all the funk out of you.
Oh, we've been through a level with me. You really liked her, didn't you?
Nope.
Alright.
He did.
I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest pair of milkers in all Rebacho.
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milkers.
Scars make the best tattoos, they say.
Real tattoos are kind of a lot better.
Involved.
Alright, we're going back to running. Fuck it. Seems bad. It's like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece. Figure out if we're some mob boss's peon. And you can't tell me anything about me, but I'm me.
10-4. Orders as orders.
Okay.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Something beautiful is coming. Boy fitted. Why? Because we got shot? Ah, that's so awful. Thought about the described melody and came to the conclusion that Van Eccles has lived around here.
J'adore! God is close by, but maybe he doesn't have good enough ears. Let me turn it up so we can lure him here.
Should crank up the oscillator matrix.
Oscillator matrix? Where is that?
Nowhere, I just made it up. So are we not going to be able to build communism now? That's sad. Read the book and everything.
What can I help you with?
I got shot.
Even I can see that. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
Here's your
Officer,
boat.
What happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
Got shot. You exist in this world. I live in the between life and death.
Everyone does that, in a way. You don't have to get shot for that.
Dodge the second shot. I can also get not shot.
Well, good for you. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
And people die everywhere here?
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Yeah, let's interrogate children.
Be my guest.
So, can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Alright, time to investigate some children. Hey there, boys in the street. Tell us what you know. Yes, that one. I need to know what's there.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. And we make a fire. We make a fire.
Does children know how to start fires?
Mm-hmm.
One lives on the island?
No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Father used to go to the island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself. Don't say that, he didn't. I'm sorry.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
Bye, children. You take the engine cam, I'll hold the boombox.
What?
What? How else do we blast Sad FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Hell yeah, boombox! This is a really slow boat.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, what a stealthy approach playing Sad FM. Gotta whisper now. Look at this big rock. Wait, shh. That's a lovely melody in the background. Twin cannons.
Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Ooh, circuit benders. Hell yeah.
Someone's made themselves a home.
We're getting it. We're getting it. We're ready. Ready to conceptualize.
Oh yes, under the bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory. That is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature.
Look, Kim, powerful communist theory, rigorous and truthful.
Ooh, yeah. I agree. humanitarian sciences. It stands out.
What do you think it means?
Whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of interests.
Interesting.
Interesting.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Maybe a little shut-eye, just an hour.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there.
Snooze.
In the dark corner, your eyelids close until you feel yourself standing up in the darkness.
Oh shit, is Kim gonna be gone? Ah shit, Kim's dead. Kim said everything would be okay. Wow, that's dark. Alright, guess fuck you, flashlight. Walk into the water. Okay. Whoa, Jesus. Oh, it's a dream.
Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand.
Oh
she
no.
seems to be in a... She means she doesn't have time to tend to your emotions.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically. I've come to a fulfilling and peaceful period in my life. Well, how are you doing, Harry?
My head, I miss you.
Well, I'm in my head too. We're all in our heads.
Got him! Ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Blast from a past. Stay for a moment, we need to talk. We need to have one more massive epic showdown!
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic showdown.
Oh, lungs are visible. And
We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. Our love. Our unborn daughters. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever.
But Kim!
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet.
The morning.
The morning? I don't understand.
Morning, I'm not even dead.
Oh my God, Harry, stop.
But you said I have a vast soul and you always come back to it.
We both said a lot of things. We were very young.
I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. I always have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always come back to it.
Okay, stop. Yes. Are you happy now?
No, I'm not happy.
But Harry, please understand. It was 1 million years ago. No, it was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then. Filled to the brim with love for you. No. You scared her out of me. With your crying, the awful time we wound up having. And the cheap rental flats you could afford.
But now, what happens now? What is the next thing we talk about?
Is there really anything left?
That's it?
That's it, yes. We've talked about it 1 million times. You will get over it, just like I did. People do. Things will get good for you again.
You are not ready for this morning.
Where in hell? Are you stupid?
Kinda.
We were bad for each other, okay? I was bad for you. Can you not see? I'm bad. I had to stop. It was hard for me too, you know? I used to think I couldn't live without you.
Like this, maybe we try again.
No, Harry. We can't.
Why?
We already tried again, and it didn't work.
Let's try building communism twice. If it doesn't work, let's abandon it and be slaves forever instead.
Yes, of course. I'm bourgeois because I don't want to keep hurting you.
What went wrong when we tried again? I can do better.
I don't know. Please.
Why? Why can't we be together?
Harry, we can't be together because you're insane.
What do you mean by insane?
You know what I mean.
Everyone gets a little down.
A little down. You've worked there for so long, you can't even talk like a normal person anymore. It's always lists with you. Questions.
Questions? Did someone say questions?
Not list their trees. Okay.
This is another one, isn't it? We're in a tree right now. You get sad, Harry. Too sad. People can't get that sad. It's impossible to watch. Other people get sad too, but not like you. You stay down for too long. You're an old, insane man. And you have to be in hell until the end of your life.
Don't want me to let you go. Not really. You asked me not to.
That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her, and I'm happier for it. Oh, Harry, this is a dream. Can't you see?
This is intolerably bad.
Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not death or war or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry. See you tomorrow.
Fuck. Cam.
You're up quick. How was your sleep?
There's total annihilation, Cam.
I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have?
Let's solve the fucking case.
You sure you're okay?
Spit out the blood and get back to work like the badass you are.
Okay.
Have a hug, Kim?
Yes.
Jeez, like... That was rough. That was really difficult. Boop, 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 boop. Oi, what's this then?
The console of an anti-computation device. B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Look through the hole in the concrete.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting.
Boom! Enhance!
Across the water.
Volcano!
Got us. Between the two.
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Of
Motherfucker.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
Opening between 33A and 10. See the roof.
I can see it. Through the scope of a rifle. The shooter would be prone, lying on the mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
I could make it. I could make the shot.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. Leave it all and walk in.
Why?
Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, waiting for you.
It's cold.
Yes, cold and still. But love is warm, like the inside of her mouth.
No, 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 no.
Yes, 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 yes. With
Four.
the lieutenant assists you,
Thanks,
holding
Chief.
the canister eye of the cylinder.
The
The lieutenant flicks the switch. The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
I'm scared.
Don't be. I have a gun.
I also have a
I
gun.
know. It was not easy to acquire.
Oh.
He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago.
Was blast doors?
I did. And you opened it. How?
Build the generator, then use the console.
I should have burned that console down.
Oh, sucks for you. How did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. playing on the water.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
Who's not rock and roll is Sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness, a weapon of the bourgeoisie.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
So,
What did you say? Oh no, our voice. Ah. Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
Been on this island 43 years?
No,
Oh, okay.
I've been on other islands too.
Again, you've been hiding here for 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
Insane.
It's not how a human being should live.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting. Always waiting.
For what?
For her to return.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
Better come, I too have given my life for Mausian social economics.
A waste. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves.
Never give up, never surrender. How have you survived all this time?
How does anyone survive? I steal. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die.
You have Darumine and other opiate-based painkillers, you must be in pain.
I have been running out of that stuff.
Drugs!
there's no way he could manage the pain without them.
How have you coped mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only.
Would imagine it gets tremendously difficult mentally to live in isolation.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can, like, even hold a conversation.
Traitors. It's better alone.
How have you concealed yourself?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent.
How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant.
Weapon cache under St. Gelzine 22B. Basement. Have you been there?
So you finally found it.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
Said you deserted your unit?
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. Well done. I won't explain it to a minion of capital.
Whoa. Means you're a trained communist, right?
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
Also a communist.
No, you're not. You're a liberast.
Food. No, I really am a communist. I have communist thoughts in my head. Look at my hat.
All the real communists are dead. They died fighting for communism. Are you dead?
Kinda.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology.
You haven't.
Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity. I am a political commissar of the Communist Party, and the party never surrendered.
I have another serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world.
Hold on a second, we need to change some clothes so we can interrogate you better. This is body language.
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who's spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild.
Surprisingly okay.
Indeed, he speaks fluidly. Above all, he seems animated.
By what?
It's a mystery.
Mr. Whatever, are you okay? How's your memory?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
Jacketed, military-grade ammunition, stable in flight, good for hitting something that's very, very far away.
What have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
Both.
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
Hell yeah, comrade. Only divides the class divide.
So this is what you live for. This is the shit. The great serotonin jackpot.
Ah.
The solution.
Gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor?
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again.
Bash's death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the night of March 4th.
Oh yes, that one.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder.
Okay.
And an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
Or am I forgetting?
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Ooh.
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now, they're gonna come up.
Of course, thank you, Head. Thank you.
You got it.
There were Maybells behind the victim's window.
Damn Maybells.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
I may.
A young woman called Kaje ring any bells with dried flowers were behind her window.
Clausier.
Know her, right? She had intimate relations with the victim, the mercenary.
With the victim.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Wait, maybe it's simpler than that.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
It's kind of what we were thinking. We'll change shoes, it doesn't mean you weren't there near the room the victim died in, sneaking around.
Racking those brains, are you?
Yes.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, Maybe I should have killed one sooner.
Question.
Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
Got him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol. I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face.
And what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning, there were Maybells everywhere.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at Dan, the victim and a young woman, having sex through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking. A rifle scope has the best magnification.
Helps him see all the shit.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Part of a shit you see.
Then you pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
How often have you done this?
He will not stop now.
Specifically, did you not like about what you saw the night of a murder?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
Okay then.
Splat. A bloody spitball lands on the firewood.
Like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Did good when we pushed him under the horse car.
Oh.
Until, in the 30s, those disco whores.
Oh, baby.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center.
Disco whores?
Whores.
Whores.
Art is a bourgeois establishment. It's an affront to humanity.
What?
Every gallery should be bulldozed.
But or is it like okay? The what? No. Like okay, yeah, sure. Maybe there's some art aspects of it, and like the fact that like for some rich people they can just like spend their lives like fucking around doing art stuff, but like the expression of emotions and communication through artistic means, that's like very human and important. It's so simple too. Like look at how many jobs there are that just add nothing to society, that are like and this is like coming from someone who's spent like a decade working as a software engineer. Do you know like what any of our code from a professional standpoint has done for society? Any regards? Fucking nothing. Nothing. We've worked at like a place that did prepaid gift credit card things where they made money like skimming pennies off of each transaction. We've worked at a place that was a subsidiary owned by Target that just wrote software so that in Target they could just have one program for entering in information for phone stuff, and then it would, send that information off to each individual phone company. Like, worked at our most recent job, we worked at a company that managed rights for media and figured out how to like. It was like it was so similar to when we worked at a company that did MLM or back office MLM software. It's the same thing. It's all just a pyramid scam. Like, and all this work and effort, like, what does it do? It just goes to lining CEOs' pockets by just making business transactions slightly cheaper. It's disgusting. And like, you know what? We would be happy working in like a sewer, like for a few hours a week, or doing some awful shit to like live in a near utopia society where like all just together, all of us just have to do a little bit to contribute to the continualization of society. And then like, that's it. And like, look at how with like automation advancing too and stuff, like robotics, like just fucking people are scared like, oh, robots are gonna take my job, and it's like, that's a good thing. We should like clearing up manual labor so that there's like more labor to go around for other things that are needed. That's a good thing. Fucking despise the death cult that is capitalism, the idea of ever growing profits at the cost of anything while the planet's fucking burning. Fuck billionaires. Anyways.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross, shoot me.
You'd like to kill him?
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bonbon melt in my mouth. A real treat for the black day, the blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Rene. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him. Haven't seen him around lately, strutting around. Must be down with arthritis. I hope it hurts like hell.
Is dead.
Blood. No.
Yeah.
I waited too long. I waited too long, and now he's dead.
Bummer.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
Kim. Don't think you understand.
They're all dead now. Fuck it.
Cared about him?
All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head explode. Now, God damn this world.
You okay?
You think I haven't seen people die? It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die.
Something strange is keeping him together.
Been talking to this guy for like 2 hours. You mentioned a union is social democratic, and Mr. Clare is a farce of a social democrat.
I don't want to talk about goddamn social democrats. Traitors is all they are. Brain dead.
Well, we won't necessarily agree with the brain dead traitor part. Like, yeah, social democrat it's we don't think that's the way to go. Like, we're against reformism, generally speaking, because like shit's fucked. Drastic measures need to be taken now. We hope everyone watching the stream is slowly becoming radicalized. Oh, what we were thinking of before, like, it was so insane in 2020 during the riots. Like, the whole cause, sustaining force of the riots was police brutality. And the police knew they were like under the heaviest suspicion and like watch and all of this, and everything they were doing was being filmed. And you know what? They couldn't fucking stop killing minorities. They were excited about it, like fucking dogs chomping at the chain or whatever that phrase is. Like,
What?
Isloff and Shaw Doors, you're under arrest for murder of Ellis Quinton. Blah, 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 blah.
Jealousy.
Doubt
It's
it.
a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
That's a pretty big fuck you. Hey!
And I wanted to see his head explode. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything. Revishal's the cloaca of capital now. All the to do drugs and have sex like animals.
Yeah, but having sex on drugs is pretty fun. Can't knock it. We will admit how much we get our hair dyed is a little bougie. See her bruises through the scope of a rifle?
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a
Yeah.
It quickly comes to you.
Bruises on her body. Any chance you've seen them through a hole in the wall?
Oh, yes.
We all deserve nice things. We all deserve sex on drugs. That's the world we support. Give to society and have sex on drugs. You have feelings for that woman?
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with
Water? We don't know.
Is he crying?
No, never mind.
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
Is that why you left dry flowers behind her window?
No,
Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of our room on the floor, like she does sometimes.
That's a mood.
The day after I killed him.
Brought her Maybells?
Yes, I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
A sudden pang of rage.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
So in conclusion, it wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her. Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
Got away, but she led us here first. She figured out someone was watching her from the seafront. Oh, seafort.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week, at the island, like she knew. She'd look, at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Look north.
On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still, she smiles among the crowd.
You know, we've never been withdrawing on something in public, but have you ever been, like, in public on a heavy amount of psychedelics? So, you know. Never mind. Oh, geez. Yeah, so we used to be on Adderall for a while, and honestly, it was really nice for a while, but then, like, we'd miss picking it up by a few days, and that would happen every time, and then eventually it'd be like, oh, nope, you can't pick it up because you've been too inconsistent picking it up. And it's like, that should be evidence that we have ADHD. Like, what? Like, if someone is picking up their ADHD medication at the same time every month, like, that's the one you should be suspicious about. But we got off it, and also, apparently there's been big supply problems with it, so probably works out. Now we're on antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds. Yay! Oh. Yesterday, we had a doctor's appointment, and we got injected with estrogen. Surprise, we're trans on HRT. Whoa. And we've been feeling really good. Like, actually some level of energy. Like, okay, a lot of times on these streams we're like, hey, yeah, but like, then we end the stream and we like go fucking take a depression nap. But yeah, it's been kind of nice. Although now we're gonna have to inject ourselves weekly with estrogen, which, ugh. So it was kind of ridiculous while the nurse was teaching us like how to do it and everything. Here, story time. So like she was talking through it, stuff, whatever, and then after like getting all ready and stuff, she's like, and before, at one point she said like, remember, the quicker you go, the less you'll feel. And it's like, okay. She's like, are you ready? Yeah. And you know, she like held the needle like this, like this, and just went like into our thigh, and like it was just like we looked down, she was plunging him in already, and then she just like pulled it out, and she's like, and it was just like, okay. It didn't hurt like at all. She just somehow missed all like the nerves and stuff. Like our thigh has been a bit sore yesterday and today, but yeah. So also I find it really funny that Walgreens gave us the needles in pill bottles. But then the syringes are just in a fucking plastic bag.
The job of a shit licker.
You know, and that's why you use bidets. Power wash that shit right off your butthole. Anyway, you can probably go to like Home Depot or Lowe's or something and buy like a $30, $40, maybe $50 bidet seat attachment. If you want like a nicer one, you can probably order one online. And if depending on how like all the pipes and stuff are set up in your bathroom, like if a sink's nearby, there are some where, you know, you attach one of the lines to the toilet and then another line to the hot water for the sink, so that way you actually have temperature control. At this point we're kind of used to having cold water just sprayed up into the business, but you know, this has been getting very off track multiple times. It's like, if you're already using a toilet, it's not even like, it doesn't take additional power or anything. And like, yeah, it takes some extra water, but honestly, the amount of water you do use is probably way less useful than the amount of TP you go through. Like, we moved into this house a while ago. Not this house, a different house. And when we moved in, we got a bidet attachment, and then we bought one of those big, like, you know, whatever, 32 something rolls of toilet paper. It lasted like a year and a half. Pretty crazy. Maybe longer than that. I don't know. You're under arrest.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
What?
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and mood swings he's been exhibiting.
Tim, he's afraid.
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
Going into possibly a psychotic episode.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
He's tweaking out, man. Perception? Whoa, whoa. Nice.
You thought you heard something, but it's just the reeds.
Watches him while I come back for you.
You come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
What is this farce?
No need to be polite. I'll do it.
This world? What are you talking about? Is this... us?
The wind is cold from the east. Your skin is crawling suddenly.
Whoa!
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
Fascinating. What is that?
What are you talking about?
Giant stick insect.
There's nothing there.
I see it.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Tim, can you see it?
I can see it.
Okay, good.
4 simple words, thank God. If he can see, then you're not insane.
Be very, very careful.
All right. Hello.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs.
This is a cryptid.
It is.
The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera.
Oh, you won't scare it off?
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
You see the phasmid turn to him. Its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Just listen to me.
Shh. Okay.
Blade of pheromone on thick. Oh, right. We forgot about that.
Slowly, with
damn,
you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid.
Isn't also phasmid supposed to be like the thing that happens when multiple people believe in hope and communism enough? Or is that just unrelated?
Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you.
Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth.
Tell me, what are you doing?
I exist.
Work! I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
Ill.
What is your illness?
My heart, for me, it's sadness, input after input.
For me, it is not like that. I have states, not emotions.
Oh, right. Yeah, at level 3 plasmid stuff, they can communicate through thought.
I am at the end of a narrow funnel. Weightless. So light, it only feels like
like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never ache.
I'm glad to be me, an incredibly sensitive inch.
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you. With all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass.
Yeah.
Eternal damnation. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
Very disorienting at first, but I'm keeping my shit together.
That must be incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you, for we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
Returned for Earth. All we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer?
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum.
So you look like a reed and you eat reeds.
Yes, they don't mind.
Have you accidentally eaten another reed, Phasmid?
Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident.
Oh, you had to eat your babies? It's a dream, what is happening?
No, you are awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Martinez, March 51.
A detective? Wait,
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Yeah.
I can also detect pheromones. The ones on you tell me that you will not beat me, and that I will benefit from your closeness. In short, I love you.
Aw, that's insane.
No, you are.
Fair.
There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
That was human-made?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality.
You as in us or you as in humanity?
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
Ow.
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out
actually we know about that.
6 billion years ago.
We know about something similar in Earth history. Like, oxygen used to be way more prevalent, and that's why there could be big bugs.
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all one day, or just forget?
How do you know when you close the door and you open it back up that the outside is still the same outside you left it as? Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
Look like?
You're just staring at it.
Think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay.
The case is meaningless compared to this. I have totally transcended the case.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away.
Poisonous?
Yes. I do not have a star to display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
Say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts, that was all.
No. There is one more.
You are the kindest.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
I'll try.
She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Take the picture.
Okay.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword.
Sick picture.
The phasmid freezes in its bright light.
While you reach out and touch the whiskers.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the kiting curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy.
At your finger.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. Time to think.
Should we lick our fingers? Should we do it? Should we do it? Should we do it?
It tastes like sugar, very faint.
Disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Wow. That was a fucking trip. What's that in the reeds?
It's like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
Walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like,
what is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, how could you not see the phasmid?
Mr. Doras?
The man does not respond.
Found something in the phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him.
Throw him the helmet.
Nothing. Just dull. The last embers have gone out.
I lost.
Lost it?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again.
What's happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
It was a phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
It's
long-term poisonous.
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
Evaluated his state, he seems strangely animated.
He was energetic and articulate.
Perhaps this animation. There's something in the phasmid.
He does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive. I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall.
How phasmid has stayed hidden all these years.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it.
Yes, you forget it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely toxic. A phasmid, it told me.
Told you? Yes, good. In your long staring match, I understand. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
What a wild ride. RCM, it sounds like RCM Revachol, yeah.
It does. The RCM may descend from the ICM.
May?
It's impossible to say.
ICP? Insane Clown Posse? Magnets. Fucking magic. How do they work? What I'm hearing is we descend from a glorious revolutionary army?
There were all sorts of groups and groupuscules back then. It doesn't really matter.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Hey, you're the man with the sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
Forget about this, there's a giant.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
There were 2 that came, or 3 that came with us. 2 guys and a girl. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar. And this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
We might need your help with something later. But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
It's...
What is this about?
Harry, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
A task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn major crimes unit.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Ian Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Where have you been all this time?
Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I remember. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
Wait, so what was up with the kid?
Mikhail? Mikhail's my son.
So were you spying?
No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead.
Oh, okay.
And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on.
Not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now.
Duped again.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardner, scab leader of this. Tell me at least you are who you say you are.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisolagi.
Oh,
Still
great.
a lieutenant from Precinct 50.
Do you have a rock that we build our world upon, Kim?
How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, e-solar, hell, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first.
Might have something to do with an anomaly in a church, 2mm hole in the world.
Corresponding to the 20cm hole in your brain. Sure. This theory has great symmetry. I see how it folds into itself neatly. Just to clarify, I do not think his other anthropometics are a hoax. Pale produces global phenomena. It's proven. However, what has not been proven is total memory loss after drinking too much Commodore Red.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Behold, my badge!
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
Gun, badge, cars is all things. Things don't matter, people do.
You're drunk, aren't you? You lost your gun and you're drunk. You're a drunk, gunless bum. I can't smell it.
I don't lose my gun, I have it.
We're not talking about the fucking gun anymore. We're talking about the vaporized cloud of ethanol coming from your mouth.
Not drunk, I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
I got shot?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Also covered in bug pheromones. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week.
A bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let a suspect escape, a certain Clasier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, who also escaped. Yeah, Ruby something? Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 6 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
Could have been worse.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Yeah, it was massacre. We got wiped. Where the hell were you?
Don't make this harder for yourself.
Oh.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation. You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Yefretor Dubois.
W freighter.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped singing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Love you too, Cam.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard.
So, as you can see, I'm pretty okay detective and an absolute giant communist.
Fucking hell. Is this somehow connected to the case?
Yes, I believe a pheromone is emitted, maybe responsible for a killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence, exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary.
Fuck you, John.
I don't even have words for it.
Gene. Fuck you, Gene.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
Lost a dead man on a boardwalk, missing person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
You have a strong motive.
You said you have a motive?
Killed him in an act of rage induced by,
Possibly induced. But even without that, this man spent 50 years on the islands in the bay, in solitude, loathing what Ravachol has become. Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died, right on the island, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It all occurred, every second was a struggle.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work in bouts. Bouts don't last. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
Also, phasmid was female. The reeds are its nest. It reproduces by pherogenesis?
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
Told me.
Then it wouldn't matter if it's male or female. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
Yeah, That's how bananas and stuff get fucked up. Emits a chemical that makes it look more like reeds.
Yes. That would be a chiromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host.
After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude?
Hey!
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I am. Am I a dirty cop?
No.
Okay. Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
But before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron.
Oh. Does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
Collection of fond sportswear I've amassed.
The fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality is.
Cam!
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
Tell Lena.
Who is Lena?
Cryptid zoology. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about the phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the phasmid. It's their discovery, in part.
And what are you gonna do?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen.
That's Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work at Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Valid.
Glances.
Okay.
Fuck it, let's go.
Oh, what a ride. So yeah, let's go Elysium. Had a lot of fun. Yeah. Bye. Love y'all. Mwah.